I'm Dee.
I'm Sadie's.
Real women,
Real life,
real time.
where we discuss love,
Healing,
motherhood, and
real
real shit.
Welcome to the ghetto.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Elegantly Ghetto.
I'm Dee.
I'm Sadie.
All right.
Honestly, all right, so we are going to talk about like motherhood and how it doesn't mean that you're supposed to be like in survival mode the whole time. But before we get to that topic, please tell me, it is Thursday. Tell me how ghetto has your week been?
Nigga, I lost $400 yesterday.
Which I'm still pissed off about.
I'm pissed the fuck off.
I just don't understand.
Was at Artie's. I had my wallet. I was not paying attention because I'm doing too much. I normally have my Artie's bags in the cars, and I didn't, so I grabbed a box. And I went to the store for 3 things. I started grabbing other shit. What we do? The hell? So, somewhere between leaving from the register to my truck and opening my trunk on my truck, my wallet must have popped open, and I was moving so fast I wasn't paying attention. The problem is I was in Oak Creek. So, all the caucuses of caucuses was there, right? Mm-hmm. And there were plenty of people in that parking lot with me. Y'all saw my shit fall out my wallet.
Didn't say shit.
Picked my shit, but kept walking.
Of course.
Then walked out with bank cards, food stamp card, and $400 motherfucking dollars in cash that I
y'all walk across the street when y'all see a black person. ATM. I'm gonna start grabbing my purse every time. Be like,
because I'm so pissed.
Because what in the world?
I made it halfway down the street before I was like, okay, I'm finna go to the ATM, put this money in here, blah blah blah, make this move. Went to reach over to my wallet in the seat, and it was like, wait, why my wallet? What the fuck? So I'm thinking my money done fell in the car somewhere. Turn back around, go back to Audie. They're like, oh, ain't nobody turned nothing in. But y'all, we the shitty people.
Hey, run the cameras. run the cameras.
But we the shitty people that y'all worry about in life. That's crazy work.
Yeah.
Actually fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So here we are. Yeah.
Well, that does make
figure out how to hurry up and get $400 back.
I'm trying to tell you, we should just go hit the club for like a night.
This one bitches they drug.
Tell them
bitches they drug dealers and shit. They be like,
this
hey,
is why
you want that 401 shit.
Growing up, the street pharmacist was real, nice.
Life.
They was out here giving you the things. The ones now are getting high off their own supply, and so they're no longer giving you the money because they don't have the money. And I just don't understand how you yourself are a street pharmacist and you're broke.
Broke.
I don't like that.
Big broke.
I don't like that. I don't appreciate that, and I need them to do better.
All right. So you tell me how ghetto was your weekend?
We haven't even made it to the weekend. I feel like I've been back and forth. My emotions have been back and forth. I had an unexpected visitor. I really hate that, and that is something we will get into later. But so that was a little bit annoying and unnerving. But to be completely honest, I'm happy that I have friends who think fast on their feet. So having to restructure, my birthday is next week, and so having to restructure my birthday plans was not in my frame of mind. But between you and Ryan, we had it figured out and we're good.
I'm so excited.
Because my God, I really was over here pissed off. I'm like, no, this was the plan. But then as I sat there and thought about it, from the beginning, but from the inception of trying to figure out what to do for my birthday, it has been something. One thing after another that's been no, you can't go home. You can't go home.
I just feel like something was trying to make sure we could not go.
It was no, you can't go.
It was battling us to death. Do not go. We can't get it. It's goddamn, we finna have to really.
And for me, why can't I go home?
Yeah.
So whatever it is, whatever it was, God was like, you know what? You don't listen to anything else. You listen to this. As soon as that happened, I said, you know what? You're right. That's clarifying. I won't
Pissed
go.
Us off.
Okay, pissed us off, but you're right. I won't go. So honestly, on a rating scale, my week has been a good 8 out of 10. A good 8 out of 10 on the scale of good to ghetto. So it is what it is.
I'm excited, though. We're gonna have a fucking time. We're gonna have a bar. We might give y'all a little behind the scenes content.
Definitely gonna charge up my camera.
Because we about to have a blast. It's a movie.
Gonna charge up the camera. Gonna take it with us. We'll do a whole thing. You know, come with Elegantly Ghetto to go do some wild shit. Okay, so soundtrack of the week. What you got? What song do you got in the brain there?
You know what? Let me think of that. Hold on. I know what you need.
Woo! That's my shit. That's my shit. That is also my song of the week.
I listened to that like 3 times today.
Let me tell you, multiple times a day. Okay, that thick lady there knows how to. She knows how to give us a song. Tim's knows what she's doing.
That thick lady is funny. Don't say that lady with the cheeks.
That lady with the, she knows what she's doing. That is
baby,
also.
I'm trying to tell you, once she hit that.
Yeah, because it really feels like, for me, like, first of all, that song, the more I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, no, actually, I'm not what you need. I need, like, you to understand it. I need me to understand, like, I'm tired. I don't want to show up.
Yes, the more emotion she put into the words, I'm not what you need. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
She said,
oh,
get away from me.
Because please.
I need to be alone now. I need to be alone.
My God. When she said, my house is not your home.
Ooh.
You know what? Someone give that lady all the awards for
it. It's not my lifeline.
Like, she really. So, yeah, that is our song.
Return you, nigga. Return to
honestly,
sender.
Do I need a receipt? Like, what do you need from me?
Send you back where you came from.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be my song for the week.
Yeah, and I concur. I actually have no notes, no nothing. 10 out of 10. That is also my song for the week. That's probably my song for the next 2 weeks. Don't ask. Next week gonna be the same shit. You feel me? Like it's gonna be the same thing over and over. We are going to curate a playlist, and we're gonna have it linked somewhere in a link tree. I need to create a link tree. We'll put it on our link tree, and then you'll go and you can do all the things because
I love to make a good playlist.
Love to make a good playlist.
We're gonna give you the mixture of vibes. We like a little bit of everything. I like every genre. I'm not one of those.
I'm gonna come in here
that
one
I'm
day.
just black and I only like the black shit. Okay, because baby, I'll read your ass down.
When I tell you I'm gonna come in here one day and be like, wake me up with September. I swear to God, it's going to. Please. What you know about Green Day? Y'all are just.
Listen, I'm gonna give
take
you
me
the
back
thing.
to 2005. That's some good
times.
Music.
Which part?
That's when the white boys was making good music in their garages.
Baby, garage band music was it.
That's honestly what's wrong with the world. White boys.
And if you say it wasn't, and I didn't listen to that, you are the problem. And I won't be never around you because I like the mixture of everything. I don't want to never be that wrapped so far into nothing that it's like, nah. Gotta have a good ear for it all.
You have to.
Because there are some days where just some R&B gonna hit you in your soul. Mm-hmm. There are some days when the gospel gonna hit you exactly where it's supposed to hit your ass in the head. There are some days when a good pop song gonna hit, okay? Because you can't tell me that Justin was not paying the rent.
Oh no, he was doing what
when
he
sang Gone, okay? She pissed him off.
Truly.
There are some days when a good country song gonna hit you in the heart, okay?
I think after the podcast.
And there are some days where I'm gonna need to go in there and bang my head to a good Green Day song.
That's it.
And bring it on back in my feelings. You know, you gotta be able to mix the things up, okay? There are some days where I wanna hear Christina Aguilera make me cry. Cause bitch, you are beautiful, okay?
Her voice.
You just gotta be able to mix the things up. You gotta be able to mix the things up.
Yeah, no, her voice is gonna be it. Okay. Let's get into some ghetto theology because motherhood is beautiful. And I am probably, not just me, because Dee will do it too. As mothers and as mothers of 4 kids, I adamantly tell niggas with no kids don't have kids. And that's if you don't want them. If you want kids, have them. If you don't want them, don't let people pressure you into having them. Motherhood is beautiful if you can handle it. It is a mental game. I've always been a very anxious person, but being a mother has turned me into an anxious, nervous wreck. So I tell people all the time, like, we'll figure it out from there. However, I think one of the hardest parts about being a mother, especially a black mother, is trying to unlearn how we grew up, because our parents or our moms parented us out of survival and not out of softness. And so we're trying to parent our kids where we're still giving you discipline while also not being like, what do you mean you have a headache? You don't know what a headache is. Like, nigga, they have a headache. You know what I mean? Like,
we weren't allowed to have feelings.
We weren't allowed to have feelings. We couldn't be sick because, oh, you're not too sick to be over here singing a song. So I can't sing when I'm sick is absurd. God damn. What do you want from me?
Hell no, you can't sing. Shut up.
You lay down right there. You're fine. And I catch myself doing it. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what? I think we catch ourselves doing it because sometimes these kids definitely play in our face. So I'm able to identify now with mine. Like when I know you playing, like my boys know they are allowed to have mental health days. Okay, I'm a strong believer in mental health. Okay, so I do know his days. Like my 8-year-old, he's 8 now. Excuse me. Well, he would try me, and he would try everything to not go to school. And if I give in, he'd be the same person sitting up here with a bowl of cereal, kicked up on the couch, watching cartoons, playing with his Legos, laughing, talking. I'd be like, but bro, you was just in my head. I don't feel good.
They're really good. Because I can see Morgan in my head. She's like, oh, my throat hurts so bad. And then she's screaming a few minutes later. Like, oh, your daughter?
And he'd be like, bro, you could have went to school. Why are you here? Why are you talking to me?
Because I'm trying to work and yet here you are.
Then I don't care that I work from home. Why are you here? Why are you here? I like to be at peace. It's bad enough I share the space with the dogs. Okay, I can't, but the human's supposed to be out of here for 8 hours out of my day.
At school,
it's just me, myself, and these walls and the dogs. So when they gotta invade that space,
now I feel like overstimulated and overwhelmed. But like, when I think about like how staying home was never happening for real. But like when we're trying to teach our children like emotional stability or emotional maturity, we didn't learn that until we were adults because we made ourselves learn it. Some of us went to therapy, some of us like read the books, some of us did the things, like we did the work we needed to do because we had to teach ourselves how to regulate our emotions. And we're not trying to have our children be full-grown adults in therapy trying to figure out how to regulate their emotions. Because when I used to talk to my children,
I figure out where they
I
are.
swear. And we're adults. Like I remember talking to my therapist before, and we're going over childhood stuff, and she's just like, and I'm telling her about like how like I remember something had happened. I don't remember if it was. Excuse me, my memory is trash. Trauma has blocked out a lot of my childhood. But I remember like walking home with my sister, or we were supposed to walk home from school. Her boyfriend at the time just drove us home because it was raining. We got home. Our mom came home shortly after that, and she was like, how'd I get home? And we knew she wasn't allowed to be with that dude, so we said we walked. So we lied. But it was raining. So like, what else were we supposed to do? When I tell you that lady beat our ass, and then like later on, her apologizing was, come on, let's get our nails done.
That's how they apologize.
You want to talk to us real quick? Now, should we have lied? No. But also, like, a conversation could have been had. It could have been like, hey, I was worried because I was waiting on y'all at the hill. It could have been something, but it was immediately to beat your ass. But then, like, there was no conversation. There was no nothing. It was, let's go get our nails done. And so my therapist was looking at me like, so you just got beat. We got beat a lot. Like, there was no conversation. We're just gonna ask me.
A whole lot of beating was done.
A whole lot of beating was done. Like, what do you think?
But sadly, that was the thing back in the day. They didn't know how to speak. They didn't know how to. The honest truth for a lot of our mothers is because they weren't showed these things. Or they weren't taught these things. So they moved how they were taught.
Yep.
And a lot of times now, when they look at us or they hear how we are trying to not do certain things, it bothers some of them. It's like, because in their mind, they did it right.
Yep.
What they did was not a problem. How they handled it was not a problem. But it's overall explaining to them that in your mind, yes, you did what you thought you were supposed to do as a parent. You got that. But you cannot tell us how you feel about what you did to us. Just because you had in your mind that, oh, what I was doing was right. That's fine that you think that. But now that we're grown, then y'all also want in the same sense, tell me how, life wasn't right for you as a kid or what I did. And then we break that down, you mad. Don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to.
Because don't ask me like, okay, well, why do you feel this way towards me? Why? So when I say my mom, for clarity for y'all, when I say my mom, I'm 98% of the time talking about my stepmom. If I'm talking about the lady whose vagina I came out of, I'm probably going to say it just like that. Okay. So My mom, we were having a conversation one day. It was like me, her, and my little sisters, and I was telling them how like Kennedy slammed the door and how we were gonna take the door. My dad was like, "Good job, take the door." And my mom and my little sister was like, "Oh, we would have got beat." My mom was like, "Who was hitting y'all? Why do y'all act like y'all got whoopings?" And the way we in the group chat all started sending shit. Cause what are you talking about?
I hate when my mama act like she don't know what the hell going on. Like, girl, was you not there? Cause we was there.
I'll be sitting here like, so
we were there.
I understand that you parented in the best way that you knew how, but I also understand that me repeating it is not going to happen, and I don't need you really questioning how I'm parenting my kids because it's working. Now, that 8-year-old, me and her will have to throw hands, for sure. I do know that because she's a little loopy. Love her down, but I know that we're going to have to throw hands, right? But I know that all of them have to be parented differently because when you know your children, you know that... I know Sydney is more of a, you have to talk to her. And, as soon as you say that you're disappointed or raise your voice, she's probably going to break down. Kendi, you can't get too loud or she's going to break down. But then, you have to kind of rein her back in because, A, you're not even listening now.
The only one I can't scream at is Dre. Dre is my autistic child. One of my autistic children. 2 of my children are autistic. My middle child and my youngest baby. And Drayson is one that I know even when I do yell at him sometimes or get loud, I feel bad. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times I do bring myself back, like, okay, do not talk to him like that. I said the same thing to his dad. Like, we cannot yell, scream, we got to bring you back. But at the same time, I try to remind myself that I am also trying to shape this human being, even though he comes with some form of disability, to be able to still handle the world because the rest of the world is not going to look at him or be as gentle with him as I am. Yep. Whether he has a disability or not, we still know shit. The cops don't even know how to comprehend and understand when they see a person with a disability. Yeah. So he's the one I do have to be, calm on. That 8-year-old, me and Dallas could throw hands on any day.
8-year-olds are different.
That baby, the autistic and all, but he don't give a damn. Okay? That 3-year-old is, I'm a joke to him. We can yell, we can scream, we can pop him. He go cry, stump off, and then he gonna get back to it. Okay?
Anything born after 2018 is insane.
And that teenager, that firstborn of mine, he used to be so gentle.
He's still gentle. He's
You know how you sound? You sound like that one black movie on Netflix, the dang on black Western movie. And dude was like, he was like, I'm soft. He's like, you ain't soft. He's like, I'm soft. You ain't soft. I'm soft, bitch.
Because that's how I feel. I'm trying to defend my baby, but listen, it's a teenager. That's it.
And he is gentle to a degree, but boy, do that boy make my ass hot.
Yeah.
Because yes, we are in the phases of the attitude that don't bother me. Y'all shouldn't have to do nothing. Don't talk to me. Mm-hmm. I'm just supposed to be here. And it's like, ew. Was I like this as a kid?
And let our parents tell it we were worse. I just don't believe it.
My mama quick to be like, and you used to. And you used to. I'm like, I don't give a damn what I used to do. I'm not going to walk around and give him the right to do certain stuff because I used to do it. No.
I don't believe it.
Y'all so gentle on these grandkids. We used to get our damn head knocked between the washer and the dryer. And couldn't even think.
And you're talking to them. I don't remember being talked to.
If we talked back at the capacity that our children talk back now, and we try to walk away and not put our hands on them because we're trying to change the factor of only whooping or instantly whooping as an option. I can't tell you last time my boys, shit, they couldn't even tell you. Because I had it in my mind the main thing as young boys, men, raising boys to be men, is not to put my hands on them unless I really have to. Yep. So the whole whooping aspect of things I took out of the category.
Because
I threatened to whoop their ass.
Man, I threaten to whoop their ass every day.
And do I really whoop their ass?
And they ain't touch. Because the thing is, I want you to be able to. I'm not saying to question me about everything because if I'm telling you to do something, it's not. I tell the girls all the time. If I'm telling you to do something, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to put you in danger. I'm telling you to do something for your well-being. Now, if I tell you something when it's come to cleaning the house, it's because that's a part of your responsibility. It's your chore. You fucked it up, clean it up. I think that what gets us compared to our parents is that we allow them to ask questions. So I had switched around the chores. So now Morgan puts up the clean dishes. Kennedy puts the dirty dish in the dishwasher. And Sydney goes around and does the countertops and stuff like that. So when everything switched over, it was well, why do I have to do it? That's what Sydney did. I said, because now Sydney has a bigger chore to do. Mm-hmm. And you're going to go do the other one. And she's like, well, how come? And it was a whole bunch of questions. And I couldn't get mad because she was genuinely asking. But in my head, I was like, my mom would have been like, just fucking do it.
Yeah, but that's a good thing to break. That
But after I broke it down, they get it.
Question. Right.
They just do it.
Because I just did it with the boys, so I brought the little digital camera. Digital
the calendar.
And I put it up, and like they can all see, and like Drace and Datha can see where they switch off with certain things because they're the two oldest. So they have to do a lot of different stuff compared to Dallas. Denver doesn't do anything but clean up toys. And also there are days, we have to share my oldest baby.
Yeah.
So there are days when he's not here. So those main days that he's not here, I've made it now where Drace and Dallas team together so that Dallas could start learning how to do a lot more outside of like cleaning the living room. He has to help wash down the counters and stuff, but Drayson still has like a bigger role. And at first they all like, I don't care. Because one thing ain't nobody ever finna say to me is that your sons is nasty. They nasty because they choose.
It's because they chose to be that.
And if I ever go to their house and it look like I didn't teach them how to clean, and their mom is a germophobic, baby, I can't stand a speck on the wall, a speck on the floor. I sweep my floors and vacuum my floors like a crackhead, okay? On a daily basis. So if I ever see it when they grow up, boy, I'm gonna flip my shit.
Because when you gonna walk in their house, it's gonna be a time or two. Because at least one of them is going to live. Like
it's already started. The teenager room. Why ain't nobody warned me that teenagers? They be in their space like you don't smell it. You don't smell it, bro. You don't smell your feet.
And you know what though? I just don't think they. It's not that I don't think they do. I think they don't give a damn.
Baby, my husband went up to that room to get some out of the boy room. He closed that door so fast.
I know he was disgusted.
He said, "My God, I can't breathe. It smells like feet and ass."
I can't breathe because it smells like feet and ass. I would, baby, you'd have to clean that.
And he has the room that sits at the front of the house. So for me, it's like, sir, when we open these doors, you make the whole upstairs where everybody's rooms are become this space. What the hell is going on?
This is unnerving.
And unfortunately, some people might think I'm mean, but I say it all the time. My best friend would tell you my kids will never have to worry about being bullied because I be on that, okay? Back in the day, we ribbed people, and that's how we handle life. If you couldn't take a good rib and get back at somebody, your ass just was sad. So, yes, I get in on my boys' ass, because by the time they done, they be like, you got to come out of that. My mama don't play no games. I have no problem telling him it smell like bounce that ass on a Wednesday. What the hell is going on here? Get it together. What is this? What you doing, my boy? What is happening?
Because bounce that ass is such a crazy way to describe a smell. Like, you get it. But you understand what you're saying for sure.
And he just be having this look in his face like, you don't smell it?
No, they don't.
Okay.
They don't.
I'm going to leave back out. I like to also tell them all the time, like, don't nobody want no dirty man. And you cannot mask it with the cologne.
No, you can't mask it with cologne. You can't mask it with air freshener. Like, you really do have to, like, clean. And clean properly.
God said you need 4 sons and for a germophobic Lord.
He was playing with
you. I'm here losing my shit.
He was playing with you for sure.
That's a lot.
So I feel like one of the main things a lot of times that like we talk about in passing but don't like get into is how different motherhood feels, because we both can talk about both sides of it, but how motherhood feels when it's a one-parent household versus a two-parent household versus it's a two-parent household. It feels like a one-parent household, Interesting.
Take that out.
Yep. Take 2. So, anyways, but motherhood was never supposed to be this, like, one person doing everything by themselves. It was always supposed to be 2 people. And we know it doesn't always work out like that. However, even as a single mother, you're supposed to have some form of support. And I'm not just saying, like, financial support, because, yes, that is beautiful and that helps. But, like, the mental load needs to be taken off of you. And so, like, when you're in this one-parent household and you're not getting support from the other parent, you're not getting support from your family, you're not getting support from... That's when you start seeing these people on the news taking themselves out, taking their kids out, doing all this other stuff, because they have no support to do so. No, I'm not saying that they're right. I'm saying, where the fuck was their help? Because then, all of a sudden, you see on the news, lady has killed herself and her baby, and then the dad is on the screen like, oh my God, I just wish I would have known. Bitch, you knew. Because where were you at the whole time?
This is where it comes into postpartum depression. People really don't understand and think that it's not real. As a person who's dealt with it twice, honestly, I'm still coming out of it, and my baby is 3. I don't think people understand postpartum can last a very, very long time. They don't understand until it's too late.
Yep.
And it's sad. And there are a lot of women who I know out in the world can go out and literally be like, hey, I need help. But because society has wrapped it at the fact that when you had this baby, so you got to deal with it and you should be okay with it, it's crazy. Now, to the women out there who have the sister circles or the people that you can go to, and they be like, I got it. Give the baby to me. I got it. Mm-hmm. You are absolutely blessed because there are a lot of women who can be openly crying out to the world, honey, and they ignore them.
Yep.
They see through them. They see past them. They make them feel like because you laid down and had this child, what you feeling don't matter. You just have to get through that shit and deal with it. And it's unfair because what a lot of people refuse to educate themselves on is postpartum depression could play your brain like a fiddle, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Depression, it alone messes with you. People don't understand, and mainly men, mostly, don't understand how much your body mentally, physically, emotionally alters as you're carrying a child. And after you give birth to that child, you're trying to revamp yourself or relearn yourself or love yourself. Now, there are women who get up off their feet and they be like, I got it, cool. But there are a lot of women, sometimes they don't even understand what's mentally taking place. My first time around dealing with postpartum, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought I was just tripping and losing my mind because I deal with depression a lot, unfortunately. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. It took me calling my best friend one night and going, I need you to come get this baby from me. Within the time frame of me calling her, I had ran bath water, didn't remember running the bath water. I was supposed to get a baby a bath. Tub was overly full. I could not find my phone. I had put my phone in the tub like it was the baby. It took her showing up and everything, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know where the baby was. He was in the bed. Had dozed off into some more stuff. And I had to just sit there in my space. I was blessed to be able to have somebody that I could call and they'd be like, okay, here I come. But a lot of women don't have that. That could have went all wrong that night.
Yep.
I could accidentally put my baby in that bath. And a lot of people are like, oh, no, you be knowing, no, the hell you don't.
No, you don't.
I literally had to go to my doctor and be like, hey, I am not okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell just took place. I'm not okay.
That's why when people see the videos of like the women that like you remember there was like this Asian lady, her husband recorded and people in comments was like, you shouldn't be recording this. She's not okay. Baby's in the bouncer. Baby's in the bouncer. She's sitting here like this.
I remember.
No baby in the arms, just rocking. Just rocking the baby to sleep. She half asleep, baby over here. And I said, because she's fucking tired. She's exhausted. She doesn't even know what's what right now. So in her head, she has the baby. In her head, she sees that baby is in her arms. The baby's not over there. And like, people sit here and they think that like you're doing too much or you're being this because, oh, well, I had kids and I am so proud of you. Because I do know a couple friends that have never had to deal with postpartum depression. And I love that. I love that you were able to have that space and maybe you had the support or maybe you didn't have the support but you were just able to get yourself out of it. It doesn't mean that somebody going through postpartum is weak. It just means that their brain is different than yours as it should be. Because I don't think I really went through too much with Lennox. Mostly because like I had y'all, I had like in my head what was going to happen after the, like I tried to be on top of it this time because with Morgan I had it so bad that after her, like for her first birthday, it was my first baby I had in the States. I was active duty military for 10 years and so she was the first baby I got to have in America. The rest of them were in Guam. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in America. I get to have this first birthday party. Family gets to come. I didn't sleep for 2 days planning that party. I didn't sleep for 2, and I mean like, and I know it sounds like, oh, you didn't sleep for 2 days, you must have slept for a couple hours. No, I mean, I literally did not close my eyes for 2 days. And so I'm still working, so I'm active duty, I'm going to PT, I'm going to work, I'm dropping kids off at daycare in the morning, I'm doing all these things. I set up for the party, people are coming in, like his mama and my sisters and my mama, like everybody's coming down. Paige was in Atlanta for the weekend, so like, we had everybody. She came and made the cake. It was good. We had the things. And then everybody wants the kids for the summer. Morgan's birthday is June 17th. So like a couple days later, they go up to Milwaukee. I'm like, cool, I get a break. That day I was like, I actually don't want to fucking be here. So I'm over here concocting a plan. I had been having panic attacks after panic attacks for like months. I had one in the closet. Dante was like, hey, something ain't right, but you need to go to the hospital. And I said, okay, I am having another panic attack. Something's not right. I go in the hospital. I start talking. I talk too much. You know, you can't talk too much in the hospital. I talk too much. They said,
Stay right here.
You just stay right here. We'll be back. And so I had a grippy sock vacation for a good week. And it was the week of his birthday. So then, of course, that sends me really even more because now I'm going through postpartum depression. I can't see my baby. I can't see my husband. It's his birthday. I'm going through all these fucking emotions while inside of inpatient care with niggas that are actually a little bit crazier than me. Okay, they're walking around talking to themselves and such. So I'm over here like,
shit. Sometimes we talk to our damn selves. I don't care what you talking
yeah,
about.
but like they was out loud and they really thought that there was two, like they was, but it's okay because all it did was be like, you needed a break. And I think that break also, that break also helped me realize that a lot of people I thought would be there for me was not. I wasn't getting the calls from family members I thought I would get because I don't have my phone.
Listen,
I didn't get, my husband that went out of town for his birthday, so he not here to see me. It's just a whole thing.
I've learned that my darkest places, I know who it will be there and who will not be there. Mm-hmm. There are people who see me. There are people who only see me every blue moon or when we only kick it. And when they see me, they see this smile on their face and they have no idea the battles I've been dealing with from behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. They have no idea the amount of days I've counted how long I still don't want to be here and I'm just here because of these kids. Yeah. Like, nobody knows these things and it ain't for everybody to know. But I am grateful that, a lot of people, we just gonna clarify real quick for the ones that be like, oh, she don't like being around family like that. I do have a family. And most of it is the family I built.
There it is.
Because at the end of the day, most of them when I call, they come in running. Mm-hmm. Half the time, I ain't even got to explain much. They right there. My best friends were right there through my darkest moments of postpartum depression. My darkest moments. Like, I had a day where Ray had to come take a liquor bottle out of my hand, okay? Mm-hmm. And it didn't make it no better when you deal with postpartum depression and heartbreak at the same time. So you battling, who am I? Why am I here? Why am I dealing with this? Why is this happening? Why he do this to me? Mm-hmm. Why am I not enough? All these things are going through your mind at one time, and when it's true when they be like, you got that angel over here and that devil over here, they in your ear, and they going at it. And some of them days that devil be outdoing that angel. Yeah. And it be hard, and people don't understand. Hard. It's like, so remember we had the conversation I think a few weeks ago when I was like, it took me becoming an adult and getting far into motherhood to understand when you start seeing the mothers. Yeah. That just get up and pack the fuck up and leave. You get it. Or the ones that have taken themselves out and you was like, damn, bitch, you was weak as fuck. Like, because you didn't know no better. Yep. And now you like, no, baby, you weren't weak, you was lost. Yeah. You probably cried out and everybody ignored you. Mm-hmm. You probably told the world, hey, I need help. And everybody looked past you because just get over it. Mm-hmm. And you could no longer face that battle. Yeah. And of course, people are like, why would you leave your kids? Or for some people, it's why would you take your kids? Because for a lot of us, I don't give a damn how many family members my kids got. I'm going to be 100. I don't want to leave none of y'all to raise my babies. Yeah. Because everybody not going to raise my babies the way I'm going to raise my babies. Yep. So, a lot of women be in their mind like, I can't leave them here. Yeah. Now, the ones I will not ever forgive are the ones that decide to go and kill their babies. And then it was like, oh, I couldn't do me. Huh, bitch? Because you should have did you first. Whore. You couldn't do you. That ain't it. That's not giving what I thought it. That's not what you thought it was gonna give. It's really not. No, it's not. I really sit here and think about because like we both decided. We both started over, right? Mm-hmm. We had these older children and we was like, oh, here's a baby. So for me, like Morgan was 6 when I got pregnant with Lennox, and so in my head I was like, cool, like. For me, I now get my boy. I have all these things. We're good to go. I have this baby. And I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to be able to fight postpartum depression because I couldn't do it with Morgan, but I have a little bit more support now. Maybe I'll be able to do it now. I did good. I didn't try to off myself this time. Here. We're still here. But when I tell you down in the motherfucking trenches, it took baby boy being super little. And at the time, one of our cousins came. And she was like, I don't do little babies. I'm about to clean up. And I just sat on the couch with the baby. And she came and she cleaned up. I said, thank you. I appreciate it. You came over. You just held the baby. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. Sweeping the floor, doing the things that, like, he was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And so when people sit here and they're like, okay, well, you're married. So why do you feel like a single mother? That is why. Because why am I married? A lot of men don't identify she not okay. No.
No,
and to the men that do, don't get me wrong, because there are some men that are able to see it and they take care of it, and they be like, I gotta pull something off of her. I gotta handle this. Y'all are fucking amazing. Do that. But not enough of them, and not all of them do that. A lot of them look through it. A lot of them can see it and be like, oh.
It doesn't help that I'm really good at presenting like I'm okay. Like, if you ask me if I'm okay, I'm going to say yes. And honestly, if you look at me, you're going to say yes. But with you, well, yeah, no, most people, for sure.
That's crazy. that tells you the things of friends and real friendships. Because
my real friends
if we can identify, even when you be like, I'm okay. No, you're not. Why can't our partners identify when you say, I'm okay? No, you're not.
No, you're not. And they're not able to figure out. And so, you know, for them, they're like, well, there's nothing wrong with her. She's fine. She's doing this. She's doing that. Oh, she just had a baby. And so the amount of turmoil I had to go through before Lex even turned 1, I'm like, okay, my nigga, like, if we're married, why do I feel like I'm the only one trying to handle X, Y, and Z? And don't. It sucks when you work from home, because when you work from home, it's, well, you can handle all of they want you to be the fucking 60s housewife while also working 40 hours a week. And who the fuck can sustain that? It's not sustainable for anybody's mental health, physical health, emotional, none of that. And so now that it's just me and these kids in this house, I feel like I can get shit done, which is absurd. Because why do I feel like now that the household is just me and my children, I can get more done? Dinner's getting cooked every night. I'm cooking 4 days a week. I'm cleaning, they're cleaning, we're doing the things. But when you were here...
That you could get it done, or because I think we registered in our mind we have to get it done?
Oh no, we have no choice. We have no choice. We were
already in the battlefield with the person present.
Yeah.
So when they leave the house, it's like shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even got the backup that I needed to back up as at the time, or wanted to have a backup at the time. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it because it's just me, myself, and I.
Yeah. So now, as women that have to go through certain shit, because I've seen the women that have they have these babies, these planned babies or unplanned babies, but they're with a partner that is completely there for them and with them. And so then it leaves some of us that don't have that anymore, or we didn't have that to begin with, to grieve what the fuck we thought motherhood was going to look like in the first place. Because we're over here like, okay, well, you know, I've seen the movies. I've seen in my head what can happen. I've been on social media, blah, blah, blah. But what we thought it was isn't what it is anymore. You know, like, I thought I was going to have somebody to help me carry this mentally, and now I don't. I thought I was going to have someone that could be like my partner of balance, and now I don't. So we're grieving what the fuck we thought motherhood was going to be, and then having to, readjust for this shit.
Sadly.
Hate it!
Sadly. And then they wonder why we become turned off and don't want to be bothered, or don't want to be touched, or don't want to be, or so unaffectionate, or why he don't pay. Like, we can't pay you attention when our brains are going 50 miles per hour on everything, and you're not taking any of that out my head. My brain is like a damn hamster wheel right now, and it's going and it's going. Somewhere down the line, the hamster got to stop and breathe, but when there's nobody there to give me the rest, I'm just going still. And you're not seeing or identifying that, hey, this is an issue, let me take this off, or let me handle this, and it becomes too much. Dealing with children alone is a job. I don't care what, I don't give a damn if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 of them.
I tell people all the time, you have one kid, baby, that's enough.
Stay there. Shit.
Stay there. If you have 2 because you want them to have a sibling, I get that. Then do that. But once having 1 kid will fuck you up mentally. So having 2 is just gonna, once you keep going, baby.
I was at my best. I ain't gonna lie. I was at my best space.
I was at my best with 2.
When with them first 2, we was in there. We was going. We was going. Even through the nonsense, I was able to still push through better. It's when I had them last 2 that my body and mind was just like, man, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? It's like I couldn't get out of it each time. Like, I love my last baby, but he was a surprise. I was done.
I mean, real big.
My 3rd baby was turning 6. I was done. I didn't plan on having no more kids.
Real done.
And I don't want to hear you couldn't have stopped, because let me tell y'all something. You an idiot if you think just because your dumb ass on birth control that you could never get pregnant. I was on every birth control you could think of in the state of America, in the world, that was ever given. But like my doctor told me, if that man's sperm go knock it down, just go knock it down. It don't stop a damn thing, okay?
Birth control is not 100%. They tell you that when they give it to you. So
that part.
Stop acting
so
silly, people.
When my last baby came, it was definitely like a setback to my mental state in where I was already pushing myself out of with that 3rd baby. So it's like, damn, like I was just getting good. And once again, he was turning 6, and I was at that time thinking I was
that want to be like, oh well, you know, you knew what you were doing. Yes, my nigga, we know what we're doing. I get it, and we can. And we are pro-choice over here.
You know what you're doing too. You still chasing Jerome.
I swear to God.
He ain't no JoJo daddy. Fuck you talking about.
We are pro-choice over here, and yes, I believe you should do what you want to do with your body. However, I also feel like if you want to keep that baby, keep that baby. It is up to you. However, baby number 1 and 2, like she said, was very much so. First of all, my first 3 were back to back, so let me not act like they weren't. Literally 3, 2, and 1. I had 3 under 3. But that last one, when I got pregnant with her, Kennedy was 1. Kennedy had just turned 1 when I got pregnant. And so, let me not lie. Kennedy was not 1 yet.
She wasn't 1 yet.
She was not 1 yet.
They're less than 10 months apart.
No. No, Kennedy and Morgan are 18 months apart.
Okay, so
yeah, no, her and Sid are 11 months apart. Okay. But having like that third one, like the first 2, like it was cool. We were chilling. It was having the third one that, again, because that's when my postpartum kicked in heavy. She kind of threw off like my mental state. I have never broke fucking 200 pounds. I was active duty military. I was always working. I had never broke 200 pounds. I was like 20 something when I had got pregnant, like after I had her. And in the military, at my height, at 5'7", you can't be 200 or nothing. Because then you're fat. And they're going to put you on a program and all this other shit. So I had to hurry up and try to lose weight from her. When I lost weight from her, I was starting to feel better. It was after I got out the loony bin. I started losing weight. I got my shit together. I really did not plan on having any more kids. And people kept asking me, you're going to try for a boy? You're going to try for a boy? And I said, fuck no, I'm not trying for a boy. Because if I get another girl again, then what are we going to do? I'm not trying for a fuck thing.
Boys and mouths, you going to try for a girl?
I'm not trying for, as a matter of fact, fuck you. You go try for another child. I'm not doing shit.
Even after the 4th one, you going to try one more time?
Now listen, that
they swore the 4th one was
shit.
The 4th one was a girl. The doctor told me through the whole thing it was a girl heartbeat, a girl everything, a girl.
Now we have Denny.
And then there's a little homie that came along to match the other 3.
No.
So no, I ain't trying nothing.
I'm not trying shit.
A little girl coming to my life outside of my goddaughter, I adopted her or paid somebody else to have her.
I literally said I got lucky with Lennox, but I also feel like, you know, and again, for you people out there that don't understand, or we love our kids down. We'll burn down continents for our children. But that does not mean that I don't feel like I should have stopped. Right? Love Lennox down. He's a joy. He's a sweetie pie. I should have stopped before Lennox because mentally it just made sense to stop. Now I have to alter my mentality again to try to make sure I'm pushing past postpartum. Baby's not even 2 yet. So I'm still in that phase. So we're trying to push past that, go through everything else we're going through life, going through a divorce, going through this. And I'm just sitting here like, does it stop? Because I could have swore I told God last year that this year I cannot be your strongest. I need you to put me on the back burner. And here you go.
Today, why you keep thinking I'm supposed to be so strong? You know, why do you keep thinking that I'm supposed to be in the battlefield, homie?
Give me a soft couple months. You know what I mean? Just like a little break, a little smidge of a break, a little cup of tea. Speaking of a cup of tea, okay, I may or may not edit this shit out. I think I told you yesterday we were about to go home or whatever, and I told Sydney we get home. She's like, when we go home, I can make you some hot chocolate. So maybe I want hot chocolate, maybe some coffee. And so she was like, I can make you some tea. I was like, tea would probably calm my nervous system, but I still want coffee. She was like, well, your nervous system is in your brain. I just really think that you could use some calming of your brain.
Love that.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, make my motherfucking coffee.
Young Badu. That's young Badu.
Make my coffee, okay? And she did make me coffee, but do you want to know what she made me? She made me decaf coffee with brown sugar oat milk creamer in it, and it was actually delicious. But who the fuck told you to give me decaf? The decaf is for you niggas. I was so irritated. She said, if you won't get the tea, you get non-caffeine.
Period.
Gotta love her. Okay, so we're going to wrap up Ghetto Theology, or we're going to keep it going. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap that up. I will say that for wrap-up purposes, the biggest thing for us as the mothers of this generation is I feel like our parents tried, they did the best they could with what they had, but like we are doing our shit. You feel me? Like we are more than just trying. We are healing ourselves, healing our inner child while healing our children, making sure that they don't have to try to recuperate. They don't have to heal. We don't want them healing from their childhood the way we're healing from ours. And so like, and I won't even just, I'm saying the mothers, but I've seen some, my dad, okay? I've seen some dads do a bomb-ass job also trying to make sure that their children are healing properly so that they don't have to grow up and be in there talking to a white therapist who doesn't understand why you got beat with the fucking extension cord.
Shout out to the fathers who do not care about whether you have a boy or a girl, who do not care about loving on your sons and your daughters, who do not care about giving that love and affection to your kid, who don't care about telling your son, I love you, giving your son a hug. All the things that I heard way too many men be said, be told that they never had, even from their mother or their father, or I was never told I was loved, or I love you at a time, or I was never hugged. That is a problem. I love the men who do not care about being affectionate with their children, whether it's a boy or girl. If that's your son, hug on him and love on him. If that's your daughter, love on her. It should not matter based off the sex.
Them with the amount of
how you treat them when it comes to loving on them. I really hate the mentality, and I don't care how nobody take you when it comes down to, and I'm a mother of 4 sons. When they feel like because they're boys, you just have to be so damn rough on them. Or the whole boys, men don't cry. Men, yeah, a real nigga do. What's the problem with fucking crying? That's the difference between crying and being a cry baby. Them two different things.
Swear to God.
There's nothing wrong with crying and telling somebody, hey, I don't like how you treat me. Ooh. There's nothing wrong with being openly emotional and being like, I don't like how you talking to me. I don't like how you coming at me. I don't like how you treat me. I don't like how you don't love on me. Like, there's nothing wrong with being self-aware emotionally as a man.
Tell them how you feel.
And a lot of men grew up to be so rough and rugged because that's what they felt like they was only supposed to do as men. So they so lost in life, and this is why they lost in relationships, because they don't know how to show any form of emotions that they should be able to show. So for me as a mother of 4 sons, I want my boys to be able to grow up and be like, they do it now. When you're not okay, you tell me you're not okay. If you don't like the way mom and daddy said something to you, come sit and talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's address it. If you don't like the way, or you feel like you're not being seen or heard or ignored in our household, tell us so that we can fix it and that we can move around, because I don't never want none of my babies to walk around and be like, I was just there. Nobody loved on me. Nobody showed nothing to me. I was just there.
One of my favorite things with our kids is like, because I know I do it, I know you do it, and I learned it from my sister before I even had kids. But like, I absolutely do check-ins. Like, I would tell Sydney, like, okay, so what did I do good? What do you think I could work on? Things like that. We'll talk about it. She'll tell me, like, I like when you do this, or I like when you do that. I don't like when you say this. I don't like when you say that. Kennedy real vocal. We don't even have to have a sit-down conversation. If I'm talking about something she don't like the way I'm talking about it, she'll be like, I actually don't like the way you said that, and I don't like the way that you got a little loud when you said that. Can you not yell? Because I can, like, she the other day was like, I can hear you. I just don't want you to yell at me. I said, yes, ma'am. You're absolutely right. So come on, let's talk about, because, like, let me readjust, because why am I yelling? You're right here, bro.
Because that's what we was raised on.
Why am I yelling?
Let's
bring it down a little bit.
Even when now we be like, can y'all not yell? Like, don't tell me how to talk. Oh, I want to talk to you at all then.
I don't want to talk.
And now I have the right, because I'm not a kid no more, so I can go, I actually don't want to talk to your ass at all. No, you can talk to you.
You can do that.
I don't give them to my parent. I don't want to talk no more, because if I'm saying let's just talk without the loudness, I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
So going forward in life as parents, I want everybody to understand. And there's nothing wrong. Listen, research is good for the mind. Google exists. At this point, ChatGPT tell your ass a whole lot of shit if you like AI. Learn and identify postpartum in women. Learn and identify when a mother needs help without her always having to say, I need help. Take the words that are coming out her mouth when she says, I need a break and I need help, as an emergency every time. Do not judge her. Do not make her feel like she's not allowed to have none of these feelings and that she's supposed to just get over it and just keep being a parent. Listen, hear it, understand it. Because it could be that one moment where she just needed just an hour or 20 minutes and you ignored her. Yeah. And then you don't see her no more. And now you mad and you crying and you don't understand. But she told you. She told you what it was. And you just felt like she was doing too much, or she could just get over it or just be a mama. Listen. And for the fathers, learn how to identify the problems. Pay attention. Be hands-on. That woman that had that baby by herself, she didn't make that child by herself. It's supposed to be a team every time. The two of y'all, back to back, hand to hand. I don't even give a damn that she's breastfeeding, because I've dealt with that. Just because she's breastfeeding does not mean that she don't need your damn help.
Make sure she has her water. Make sure she is propped up how she needs to.
You can feed the baby a bottle, and you can take the breast milk and give her a goddamn break.
You can give the bottle so she can pump and take her ass back to sleep while you're feeding that baby. You change that baby while she's prepping herself. There's something you can do at all times. Some people do it all the
breastfeeding
time.
baby or bottle baby, it does not matter. It's a whole lot that can be done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we are going to do listener letters before we wrap up. I am going to. We
just got a letter.
Oh
We just got a letter.
Good shit. Hear me. I need y'all to remember that we will put somewhere the email. I'm sure that it. I'll do it today. We'll put the email up. That way y'all can send us your anonymous stories, your questions, situationships, family drama, whatever the fuck. We do, the DMs are open too. We will take DMs for now. Just because, I mean, it's not like we have too many of them. So just send them on in.
Later we can take them in the email to make it better.
Exactly.
To keep up with.
Exactly. Okay, so here it is. Hey ladies, I love my kids deeply, but sometimes I feel guilty because motherhood feels overwhelming. More overwhelming than beautiful lately. Does that make me a bad mom? Does that make me a bad mom? Honestly, if we run a whole episode back, that is the answer to your question. Being overwhelmed doesn't make you a bad mom. Yelling at your kids doesn't make you a bad mom.
Just don't yell at them and call them out their names. Bitch, that do make you a bad mom.
That makes you an awful mom. If you're yelling because you done said 8 fucking times, put your shoes by the door, and now you done snapped out, do what you do, mom.
And when you get to calling them out their names.
Once you get to being like, hey, little bitch, whoa, that's a child. I don't know if you know that, but that's actually
don't call them dumb. Don't call them stupid. Don't do none of that stuff.
Don't call them slow. Don't call them names. That would make you a bad mom. Being overwhelmed does not make you a bad mom.
Most bullying starts at home. Let's start there. So don't be a fucking bully. I don't like bullies.
And I know we crack jokes and I be telling my kids all the time. I remember telling Sydney, I said, you are too smart. Why would you do that? She said, I don't know. I said, exactly. Don't do it again. I didn't call her dumb. I wasn't going to call her dumb. I literally said, you're actually one of my, you're one of the smarter ones. Why the fuck you doing that shit, bro? And she'll be like, you know what, you goddamn right. Why would I do that? Let me go do this a different way. Same thing with Kennedy. I'm like, Kennedy, I know your brain is moving a million miles an hour because so is mine. Slow down and try that again and tell me what the answer is. And she'll be like, oh, yeah, girl, what are we doing here? It doesn't make you a bad mom to have conversations with them. It makes you, and it doesn't make you a bad mom to be overwhelmed. It makes you a bad mom when you start acting like these are random people off the street and talking to them crazy. Mm-hmm. Belittling them, making them feel bad about them. We are about to wrap it up. Love y'all. We need some more letters, so send what you send. We will say what you need to say. They do not have to be questions. They can be you want to read somebody down. It could be that it could be anything. It could be anything. I don't really care. We'll say you want to talk to somebody and you don't want to be the one to do it, but you want to call them out for some bullshit that they did at the job the other day. Just let us know. We would love to do that for you. But we're going to wrap this up, give you today's ghetto-ass news because you know the fucking world we live in. Please.
So on today's ghetto news, the TV show To Catch a Predator was canceled because they kept catching teachers, preachers, law enforcement, local officials, and other people meant to protect children. Why did we cancel this again? Instead of constantly still catching the people so that they can be taken away from our children? Mm-hmm. These are people that our babies are supposed to be with, that we're supposed to trust them with. Especially the teachers and shit. Yeah. So why do we cancel this?
I know why they canceled it.
Because y'all don't want to expose people?
Yes, they could not risk exposing certain people because they caught a senator one time. And after
keep catching that creepy ass.
And after that, they was like, oh, we can't keep doing this. Like, politic, why? Fuck them people. We already see what's up. We already see what our government looks like right now.
We have already seen the Epstein files. Keep going.
At this point, take them down. But the problem is that even with everything going on, they're not taking anybody down. They're just letting people do what they want to do. They're letting these people stay in power. They're letting them work with the kids. You saw, there's the teachers out here having sex with the kids. There's the teachers out here that are supposed to be out here helping the kids. Like, oh, I'm a music teacher. I do private lessons, and the private lessons happen to be that you're fucking on these kids.
And it's the teachers who be like, oh, well, he understood me. How does a 14-year-old understand?
Bring back shame.
How does a 12-year-old understand?
Stone them.
You. Yeah. Off with their heads.
Off with their heads. I mean, listen, they might have been on to something back in the day. Off with their heads. Because why is it that y'all are out here? First of all, you have the people that are like, oh, well, you know, it's not that age ain't nothing but a number. Those are babies. Those are children. if you are 21 and your girlfriend is 16, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. If you just graduated high school, but for some reason you knew somebody that just joined high school, if you are 18 and your girlfriend is a freshman, I'm talking to you too. Because gross.
If you in your late 20s, 30s, and you talking to an 18-year-old, you're disgusting.
When I tell you,
19-year-old, you're disgusting. I don't give a what nobody tell you.
I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story.
I'm even with the 2021s, and you in your late 30s, you're disgusting.
Disgusting.
To me, it gives. I just want something that I can control, mentally, emotionally, and then when sex is involved, sexually. So you go for something young.
There's just no way possible. You at your big age, and I mean big age because I'll be 35 next week. When I say when you are at this big age and you tell me that the person you are talking to, I don't care if you're a woman or a man, if you tell me the person you're talking to is anything below, I'll give you 29. And even then, they're a little slow. I'll give you 29. You talking to anything under 29, you're disgusting. You want someone you can manipulate. You want somebody that don't know nothing for real yet. Because let's be clear, the men, their frontal lobes and shit, it's not developed yet. So you're out here just fucking with the people to figure out how you can manipulate them or groom them into what you want. And people don't want to sit here and be like, oh, if you're 30, you're talking to a 25-year-old. It's not. If you're 35, you're talking to a 25-year-old. It's not grooming. I guess in the sense of the word, it's not grooming if I guess you look up the definition. But it is. You're trying to make this person into what you want them to be because you've lived through it. You've had all these experiences that you're trying to manipulate them into. I don't think that they just now can rent a car.
They just not could go legally buy it. So you just been getting them drunk.
Because I'm disgusted. I cannot be. If you cannot show up to my house with a bottle, rent your own car, and tell me, and buy me a drink at the bar, tell me what happened in 1996. And don't say that's the year you were born. That's all I got. I'm cool. I'm done. Anyways. It's always been fun with y'all. You know what I mean? So that wraps up this episode. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, all the things that they tell y'all to do that I don't know the list of right now. You go do all those things. You share the shit. You like it. You send it to your friend and be like, hey, girl, listen to this. And we need you to remember that
share
you can be.
All the platforms, Facebook, Instagram,
all TikTok. We need to remember to post on there. We're on Threads. We do talk shit on Threads. Definitely. It is fun. Okay? So we need y'all to...
We'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts real soon.
All of it. All of it. So, remember to stay elegant even when life gets ghetto. We love y'all.
And be ghetto sometimes. Stay elegant. Yeah.